Hello students, in the last class we learnt about the chemical reactions involving the cleavage of OH bond in the alcohols and in the phenols. In this class let us learn few more reactions involving the cleavage of OH bond in the alcohols and phenols, and also we are going to discuss about the few chemical reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond in the alcohols and in the phenols. Let us see some of the examples in the esterification of alcohols. So in the last class we already discussed about the esterification of alcohols and phenols. That is, esterification is nothing but the process of formation of esters from the alcohols and phenols. Let us see the general reaction involving the preparation of ester from the alcohols. So alcohols, that is ROH, so it reacts with the carboxylic acids. For example, let us take R-COOH, R-COOH, so it is to be called as carboxylic acid, and in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, that is H+, or dry HCl, so it acts as a catalyst and it gives the product, that is there is an elimination of H2O, that is H from the alcohols and OH from the carboxylic acids are to be eliminated, and it gives the product R, and it is O, and it is C double bond O and R dash, plus it gives the water molecules. And also there is one more chemical reaction, that is when alcohols ROH, so it reacts with the acid chlorides, that is R dash, C double bond O, and it is Cl, so it is to be called as acid chlorides. So there is an cleavage of hydrogen and Cl, so it gives the product, that is this chemical reaction takes place in the presence of a catalyst, that is H+, so it gives the product R O, and it is C double bond O R dash, plus there is an elimination of HCl. And there is one more reaction, that is alcohols reacts with the acid anhydrides, that is R C double bond O, and it is O, so it is C double bond O, and it is R. So there is an elimination of, that is cleavage of bond between the oxygen and hydrogen in the alcohols, and there is a cleavage of bond between the C and O. So in the presence of an acid, so it gives the product, that is RO, and it is to be combined with the C double bond O, and it is R, so it is to be called as ester. And one more product, that is R C double bond O is combines with the hydrogen, so it gives the product, that is R C double bond O, and it is OH. So one is ester, and another one is carboxylic acid. So this is to be discussed in the previous class. And let us learn few more examples, that is R group is to be taken as methyl group or ethyl group. Let us see the examples, that is the conversion of methanol to methyl acetate. Conversion of methanol to methyl acetate. In order to prepare the acetate, that is the product is methyl acetate. In order to prepare the methyl acetate, so the alcohol, that is methanol, so the formula for methanol is CH3OH, so it is to be reacts with the acetic acid. So acetic acid formula, that is CH3 C double bond O, and it is OH. So in the presence of an acid, so it gives the product, that is there is a cleavage of bond between the oxygen and hydrogen in the alcohol, and there is an elimination of hydroxyl group from the acetic acid. So the remaining part is to be written as CH3, and it is O, or write CH3, C double bond O, and the remaining part in the alcohol, that is O, and it is CH3. So this part is to be called as acetate group. So it is to be called as acetate, and it is to be called as methyl. So the name of the molecule is methyl acetate. Methyl acetate. That is methanol. Methanol reacts with acetic acid. Acetic acid. In the presence of an acid, it gives methyl acetate plus water molecule as a byproduct. So here the catalyst is concentrated H2SO4. Concentrated H2SO4. So this concentrated H2SO4 acts as a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent. That is, it removes the water molecule as a byproduct in the chemical reaction. Let us see one more chemical reaction, that is conversion of ethanol to ethyl acetate. That is ethyl acetate. So in order to prepare the acetate group, so we have to take the ethanol, that is CH3, CH2, OH, with the acetic acid molecule, that is CH3, COOH. So H and OH part is eliminated, that is positive part from the alcohol, and the negative part from the acetic acid is eliminated. So in the presence of an acid, concentrated H2SO4, so it is ethanol, and this ethanol is to be treated with the acetic acid. So it gives the product, that is CH3, CH2, and oxygen atom, and in the acetic acid the remaining part is C double bond O, and it is CH3. So this group is to be called as ethyl group. So it is ethyl, and the remaining part is acetate. So it is ethyl acetate, and the byproduct is water molecule. That is, when ethanol reacts with the acetic acid in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, it acts as a catalyst, and it is to be used as a dehydrating agent, and it forms ethyl acetate as a main product. And let us take one more example, that is acylation of alcohols. Acylation, that is the reaction of phenol with the acetyl chloride. So let us take the formula for the phenol, that is OH group is attached to the benzene ring. So it is OH, so it is phenol. So this phenol reacts with the acetyl chloride. So the formula for the acetyl chloride is CH3, and it is C double bond O, and it is Cl. It is acetyl chloride. So phenol reacts with the acetyl chloride in the presence of an acid, that is concentrated sulfuric acid, as a catalyst, and there is an elimination of HCl, and the product is C6H5 and oxygen atom from the phenol, and the remaining part is C double bond O, and it is CH3. That is to be called as phenyl acetate. So it is phenyl group, phenyl, and the remaining part is acetate, phenyl acetate, and there is an elimination of byproduct, it is HCl. Simple reactions. So whenever the alcohols reacts with the carboxylic acids, acid chlorides or acetic anhydrides, so there is an elimination or cleavage of bond between the oxygen and hydrogen, and there is an elimination of OH groups in the acetic acid as well as in the acetic anhydrides, and there is an elimination of Cl in the acetyl chlorides, and the obtained products are esters. So these chemical reactions are to be called as esterification reactions. And let us see one more reaction, that is conversion of salicylic acid into aspirin. Salicylic acid, that is the benzene ring contains both the carboxylic acid group as well as hydroxyl group, COOH group and hydroxyl group. So this molecule is to be called as salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. So this salicylic acid reacts with the acetic anhydride. So acetic anhydride formula is CH3 and it is C double bond O and oxygen and C double bond O and it is CH3. So this molecule is to be called as acetic anhydride. In the presence of an acid, so there is a chemical reaction takes place between the salicylic acid and acetic acid, that is the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen is to be broken, and there is a cleavage of bond between the carbonyl group and oxygen. So H attached to the, that is H has positive charge and oxygen has negative charge. So positive part is attached to the negative part. So it gives the product CH3 and C double bond O and O, and the positive part is hydrogen. So it gives acetic acid. And the main product, that is salicylic acid, that is C6H5 and it is COOH, that is there is no change in the carboxylic acid group. So there is a cleavage of bond between oxygen and hydrogen. So oxygen atom, and the remaining part in the acetic acid is C double bond O and it is CH3. So the name of the molecule, so it is to be called as acetyl and it is to be called as salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid. So H is to be replaced by the acetyl group, hence it is to be called as acetyl salicylic acid, or it is also to be called as aspirin. That is, when salicylic acid reacts with the acetic anhydride in the presence of an acid, that is concentrated H2SO4 or dry HCl, it gives acetyl salicylic acid. That is, H from the salicylic acid is replaced by the acetyl group. So this obtained product is to be called as acetyl salicylic acid, or it is also to be called as aspirin, and the byproduct is acetic acid. So these are the chemical reactions involving the cleavage of bond between the oxygen and hydrogen. Let us see the chemical reactions involving the cleavage of bond between the carbon and oxygen. Let us see one by one, that is the reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond in alcohols. So the reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond takes place only in alcohols. That is, the cleavage of CO bond takes place only in alcohols, and phenols shows this type of reactions only with the zinc. only with the zinc it gives the chemical reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond, but alcohols gives the chemical reactions involving the cleavage of CO bond. Let us see one by one, that is the reaction with the hydrogen halides. That is, alcohols reacts with the hydrogen halides to form alkyl halides. Already this reaction is to be studied in the haloalkanes. Let us see the general reaction, that is alcohol reacts with the hydrogen halides. So there is an elimination of hydroxyl group and hydrogen as water molecule, and it gives the product, that is RX plus H2O. That is, alcohol reacts with the hydrogen halides. So here the negative part is hydroxyl group, so positive part is hydrogen, and the negative part is X in the HX, and the positive part is alkyl group in the alcohol. So plus from one molecule combines with the negative part in the another molecule. So don't combine plus molecules. That is, R group combines with the halogen, it gives the alkyl halides. So the primary alcohols, secondary alcohols and tertiary alcohols can be distinguished by treating with the Lucas reagent. That is, primary alcohols has mainly three types. Alcohols mainly three types. One is primary alcohol and secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. So primary alcohol is nothing but the hydroxyl group attached to the carbon containing two hydrogen atoms, and in the secondary alcohols, so the hydroxyl group attached carbon contains one hydrogen, and in the tertiary alcohols, hydroxyl group attached carbon does not contains any hydrogens. So that type of alcohols are to be called as tertiary alcohols. So these alcohols, that is primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, can be distinguished by treating it with the Lucas reagent. So Lucas reagent is nothing but the concentrated hydrochloric acid plus anhydrous ZnCl2. So this combination is to be called as Lucas reagent. That is, the mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and anhydrous ZnCl2 is to be called as Lucas reagent. So when alcohols are treated with the Lucas reagent, so it gives turbidity. That is, the tertiary alcohols gives turbidity. It produces turbidity or precipitate immediately. So that alcohols are generally to be called as tertiary alcohols. And this turbidity is due to the formation of alkyl chlorides from the corresponding alcohols. That is, the alcohol treated with the HCl in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2, so the tertiary alcohols readily produces alkyl halides. So this formation of alkyl halides indicates the presence of tertiary alcohol. And the secondary alcohols reacts with the Lucas reagent. It gives turbidity after 5 minutes. Turbidity appeared after 5 minutes. So if the turbidity appeared after 5 minutes, that alcohols are generally to be called as secondary alcohols. And primary alcohols does not produces turbidity, that is no turbidity at room temperature, and it gives turbidity only on heating. only on heating. So that alcohols are generally to be called as primary alcohols. So this question is to be asked in the practical examination as a Viva question, that is how to distinguish the alcohols, that is, or name the test which is to be used to distinguish the alcohols, that is Lucas reagent. By treating the tertiary alcohols with the Lucas reagent, it gives turbidity immediately, turbidity or precipitate. So it gives the precipitate immediately, and if the alcohol gives turbidity after 5 minutes, such alcohols are generally secondary alcohols. If no turbidity at room temperature and the turbidity appeared only on heating, such alcohols are generally to be called as primary alcohols. And the next chemical reaction, that is dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration of alcohol. So the dehydration word indicates the removal of water molecule. That is, when alcohol on dehydration by treating with the protic acids, that is protic acids are like concentrated H2SO4 or H3PO4 or catalyst such as anhydrous zinc chloride or alumina to form alkenes. That is, alcohol is treated with the protic acids, that is protic acids. For example, let us take concentrated sulfuric acid. So this concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent, that is, it undergoes the elimination of water molecule. So it gives the product, that is 2 bonds, and this bond is shifted towards the carbon and it gives double bonds and C, and there is an elimination of hydroxyl group and the remaining is 2 bonds plus H2O, that is water molecule is to be eliminated from the alcohol. So it is alcohol and the obtained product is alkene. So it is the process of conversion of alcohol to alkene, or the dehydration reaction of alcohol. That is, in the examination they may ask how to convert alcohol to alkene, or how to prepare alkene from alcohols, or explain dehydration reaction of alcohol. Very simple reaction. Let us take alcohol, and in order to remove the water molecule from the alcohol, and the reagent required is concentrated sulfuric acid. That is, alcohol reacts with the concentrated sulfuric acid, there is an elimination of water molecule. So this water molecule, that is H and OH part, is to be eliminated from the alcohol and it gives the alkene. Let us see the mechanism of the dehydration of alcohol. That is, the first step, formation of protonated alcohol. That is, alcohol OH. So this oxygen atom contains lone pair of electrons and the remaining is hydrogens. So it is ethanol. So this alcohol gains 1 proton from the protic acids. So from protic acids, that is concentrated sulfuric acid, releases 1 proton. So this proton is to be gained by the alcohol, that is the lone pair of electrons are transferred to the proton, and it is a fast reaction. It is a fast reaction and it gives the product, that is oxygen, and already it has 1 hydrogen, and this pair of electrons are transferred to the hydrogen. So it forms 1 more hydrogen and oxygen bond, and there is an loss of 1 pair of electrons, hence this oxygen gets positive charge. So charges are very important in the mechanisms. Without charges there is no marks for the chemical reaction. So that is to be called as protonated alcohol. That is, alcohol contains one extra proton. Alcohols containing one extra proton are to be called as protonated alcohol. So this is the first step. So the obtained protonated alcohol loses water molecules and it forms carbocation. That is, protonated alcohol and positive charge loses water molecule. Loses water molecule. That is, the positive charge is to be satisfied by the bond between the carbon and oxygen. So it gives carbocation. Carbocation. So the positive charge on the carbon due to the loss of electrons from the carbon. These electrons are to be transferred to the oxygen and it forms H2O, water molecule. So this oxygen has two lone pair of electrons. So the obtained molecule, that is carbon, having the positive charge, hence it is to be called as carbocation. Carbocation. And this obtained carbocation loses one hydrogen atom, that is CH3, that is 3 hydrogen atoms, and 2, there is an positive charge. So this bond, that is proton, is to be eliminated in order to satisfy the positive charge on the, or neutralize the charge on the carbon. So it gives the product CH, and it is double bond and 2 bonds plus 1 proton. That is, protons are to be used in the first step is to be eliminated at the end of the chemical reaction. So there is no change in the protons in the chemical reaction. And here the second step is the slow step, and it is also to be called as rate determining step. That is, speed of the chemical reaction depends on the second step. That is, always it depends on the slow step, not on the fast step. So in this mechanism, the first step is transfer of lone pair of electrons to the proton and it forms protonated alcohol. And this protonated alcohol is unstable and it eliminates water molecule. That is, water molecule is to be eliminated from the protonated alcohol and it forms carbocation. And this obtained carbocation loses one proton. That is, proton is to be eliminated from the carbocation and it forms ethene. That is, hydrocarbon is obtained. That is, the obtained product is ethene. So in the examination they may ask this question for 3 marks. Very important question and compulsory question for the annual examinations. And secondary, tertiary alcohols are dehydrated under mild conditions. Mild conditions. For example, let us take preparation of 1 propene from 2 propanol. So 2 propanol. Prop means 3 carbon atoms, meth, eth, prop, and second position contains hydroxyl group, that is OH, and the remaining valencies are satisfied by the hydrogens. So it is H and it is CH3. So it is to be called as propanol. So this propanol undergoes dehydration in the presence of an acid, that is 85% of H3PO4. H3PO4. That is, it does not require 100% of phosphoric acid or sulfuric acid. That is, the reaction takes place even in the dilute conditions, and it gives the product. That is, there is an elimination of hydroxyl group and hydrogen. That is, either this hydrogen or this hydrogen is to be eliminated along with the hydroxyl group, and it gives the product. That is, for example, let us eliminate this hydrogen with the hydroxyl group, and the remaining is CH2 and double bond, and it is CH and single bond CH3, and the byproduct is water molecule. That is, the molecule is to be named as meth, eth, prop, and 1-ene. So 1-propene is to be prepared from the 2-propanol. And next one, preparation of 2-methyl prop 1-ene from 2-methyl-propane to OL. That is, prop means 3 carbon atoms, meth, eth, prop, and second position contains 1 OL group. OL is nothing but hydroxyl group, and second carbon contains 1 extra methyl group, so it is methyl CH3, and the rest of the valencies are hydrogens, so it is CH2 and 1 hydrogen, totally CH3, and it is CH3. And there is an elimination of water molecules, and here the chemical reaction takes place at 20% of H3PO4, 20% of H3PO4, and here the temperature is 440 Kelvin, and here the temperature required is 358 kelvins. So this temperature and the concentration of H3PO4 indicates that tertiary alcohols readily undergoes dehydration. That is, the reactivity of tertiary alcohols is more as compared to the secondary alcohols. So it gives the product, that is H and OH is eliminated, and it gives the product CH3, and it is CH3 and double bond. That is, the bond is shifted towards the carbon, and the remaining part is CH2 plus H2. That is, the molecule is to be named as, that is, second carbon contains methyl group, so it is 2-methyl meth, eth, prop, and 1-ene, 2-methyl prop 1-ene. So the relative ease of dehydration of alcohols follows the following order. That is, tertiary alcohols readily undergoes dehydration compared to the secondary alcohols, and secondary alcohols readily undergoes dehydration as compared to the primary alcohols. So very important for the competitive exams. That is, tertiary alcohols readily undergoes dehydration as compared to the secondary alcohols, and secondary alcohols are readily undergoes dehydration as compared to the primary alcohols.